Welcome. Thanks for joining me on another episode on the Growth Leadership Cafe. My name is Adesua, and if this is your first time coming across my YouTube channel, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this channel, I talk about all things personal and organizational leadership, especially for those who are new to leadership positions or just starting out in leadership positions, or for folks who are there and just looking for a tip here and there to improve your capability as a leader within your business environment. Today I am talking about confidence versus overconfidence as a leader, and what that looks like or how it manifests within your business environment. So if you're just starting out and you are dealing with those questions where you're questioning yourself and your worthiness for that position, having feelings of, oh my God, why did they choose me? Do I know what I'm doing or what I'm going to do within this new position? Does management know what they're doing for choosing me? Did I bullshit my way into this position? Now I have to produce results. Or that feeling of, oh my God, I'm no longer just responsible for myself. I'm now responsible for a team. What if I don't meet their expectations for this new role? Boo-boo. There are reasons you were chosen for that position. And it could be a variety of things. It could be that you have a track record of producing results, of managing your time effectively, of how you conduct yourself naturally, the quality of your work, or that you have the educational background and trainings backing up your expertise, and that shows in your work. Or that you have demonstrated diligence and commitment to your work. And so those are reasons why you got in there. And so give yourself a tap on the shoulder and know that, yes, I am deserving of this position. But for you to also know that the same reasons, the same attitude that got you in there is what is going to sustain you, is what is going to grow you, and even open up more opportunities for you to grow within your business environment. And if you're an entrepreneur, know that you have put in the time, the effort, the intellectual ability, the financial resources to get you to that point. So heck yeah, you can definitely do this. You can do it, and you need to be confident and tell yourself that every time you wake up in the morning. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I would take my head up high as I walk into that environment or my office, and that I will put in my best and let that, show in the work that I do. And people will see that. Maybe you're feeling like, oh my God, would I say the right things? What if the team doesn't like me? How do I speak? Am I too authoritative? Am I aggressive? Am I bossing people around? There are methods to it. And, even if that's not your style, or you're still trying to figure out your communication style, that's perfectly normal. If you're feeling like, there's also those cultural aspects that kind of get into the way, or get in the way sometimes, of you feeling like you don't know if you can do this leader job, where you're feeling like, oh my God, the people on my team are much older than me. Is it disrespectful of me to be telling them what to do and how to do things? Or you're feeling like, oh my God, the people on this team have been here longer than me. I've only been here a couple months or a year, and boom, I'm the one who's chosen for this position. Again, I want you to think about the reasons why you were chosen. And if you need to really know, ask. You can ask your management, out of all of these people, what do you see in me? Because sometimes we can't really see ourselves, and we need other people to tell us that. And I'm confident that even maybe from your professional development or your professional review that comes up maybe every 6 months to a year, depending on what that looks like in your organization, that you might be able to tell, the things that you're doing so well and the things that make you stand out, and trust that, yes, I can do this job. And when it comes to actually the aspect of leading people, get a mentor. If there are people or leaders within your organization, or outside of your organization that you trust, go to them, and always have that disposition to always want to learn, and ask questions, allow them counsel you and tell you, what things you can do differently, in leading your team, but also growing in your capacity within your organization. In terms of how you speak to people, how would you like to be spoken to? Do you want someone who's just going to say, hey, you, Cynthia, come here, go do that? There's a difference, between you being a boss and a manager and you being a leader. You can still be polite, and cordial when you're delegating responsibility or speaking to someone about what they need to do, to support your project or whatever goal that you're working towards. You can still speak to people respectfully without coming off as being too bossy or just, pushing people around because you're now in a leadership position. That is not going to get you anywhere. That's damaging, not just for your own mental health and the morale of the workspace, but just also for the health of your team and the business environment. On the flip side, overconfidence. What does that look like? So you're the person, you've just been made, say, a team leader, and you're like walking to the head office and like, I'm walking on sunshine. It's good. You should feel great about yourself. Again, there are reasons that you were chosen for that position, and it's worth celebrating and being proud of. But when it comes to actually, working with your team, not having the right disposition or attitude can ruin your career as fast as you got into it. So just because you're now in a space of power and authority doesn't mean that you should use that to oppress other people in your workspace. Because you're a leader doesn't mean you're the smartest person in the room. You don't want to have that disposition of, I'm the shit in this place and you all have to listen to whatever comes out of my mouth. You can still learn from your team, and that's a great thing when you have a team that you can actually rely on and trust that they're able to get things done, and knowing that you don't always have to chase people around to do things, but how you carry yourself around and how you treat them is going to determine the time and the effort that they're going to put into their work. If you're that boss who comes around and everyone's just quiet, people don't feel comfortable or safe enough to share things with you or share their opinions, or you're that person, just shutting people down and saying, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it, and we're going to do it because I said so. That's not going to fly, even if it does, not for very long. Okay, and you want to build up an environment where people feel safe enough to share their opinions with you, feel safe enough to disagree with you, and for you to know that you should also know how to be accepting of criticism, same way you are offering it to other people on your team. You can learn from the people you lead so they can learn from you as well. It should be a mutually beneficial environment where everyone feels heard and validated, and not just you shoving your opinions and your thoughts and your methods on everybody else. So if you're not sure, again, find a mentor, find people in your organization you feel like they really embody, that spirit of leadership and, being a leader to people, and speak to them, connect with them, be honest, open up and be open to learning, and take that and really work on it. Practice it, really practice the things that you're learning, and with time you're going to get there. And it's okay to make mistakes. Just because you're a leader doesn't mean you're always right. You can be corrected, um, and it's good when you have different perspectives, and you might not always see the whole picture, and somebody might just have a different perspective that just brings everything together. It really only takes one person to damage or bring some form of toxicity into the work environment, and as a leader you don't want to be that person poisoning your own work environment. So for my confident, or for those who are learning to be confident, and for the seemingly overconfident and cocky ones, leadership it's a lifelong journey. You are going to grow, but allow yourself grow, be open to correction, and that's what is going to keep you going. All right. If you have thoughts and feedback on anything that I said today, or you feel like this is something that you're really having a hard time with, I want to hear from you. So go into the comment section, share your thoughts with me. I want to learn from you as much as I'm also sharing my own knowledge as well. I really enjoy speaking about this because personally that's also something that I struggled with at some point. So I know that there are people out there who are currently in this space. So thank you so much for listening, and if you really liked today's video, give it a like, and share with your friends and family, or people that you think would really benefit from hearing this sorts of words of encouragement. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.